random walk down Wall Street. You spend hours researching stocks. You read the news, analyze charts, follow expert predictions. You feel intelligent, informed, in control. But in 1973, a Princeton economist blind folded a chimpanzee, gave it a dartboard covered in stock tickers, and watched it build a portfolio. The chimp's returns beat 90% of professional fund managers. This isn't a joke. This is a documented phenomenon that Wall Street has spent 50 years trying to bury. Because if you understood what it really means, an entire industry built on the illusion of expertise would collapse. And more terrifying, this isn't just about money. The same delusion that makes you trust stock analysts is the same one making you trust the wrong people in every area of your life. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your brain is hardwired to see patterns that don't exist, why this makes you vulnerable to con artists in suits, and how recognizing randomness is the most powerful psychological skill you'll ever develop. Meet Sarah, 34, marketing executive, makes $120,000 a year, smart woman. In 2019, she starts day trading. She watches YouTube tutorials, subscribes to a $300 per month trading Discord, follows a charismatic mentor who posts screenshots of his wins. 6 months in, she's down $43,000. But here's what's haunting. Sarah still believes she was learning, that she was getting better, that if she had just stuck with it a few more months, she would have cracked the code. I sat down with Sarah 2 years later. I asked her, "Did you ever track the mentor's actual win rate?" Silence. "Did you ever calculate whether his strategy beat a random coin flip?" More silence. Then she said something that breaks my heart. I thought, if I could just understand the system. Sarah wasn't stupid. Sarah was human. Her brain was doing exactly what evolution designed it to do, and it destroyed her savings. The scientific reveal. In 1973, economist Burton Malkiel published A Random Walk Down Wall Street. The title comes from a mathematical concept. A random walk is a path where each step is determined by chance, like a drunk person stumbling home. Malkiel's thesis was devastating. Stock prices follow a random walk. Past performance tells you nothing about future performance. And most importantly, there is no system. But here's where it gets psychological. Humans cannot process randomness. It's not a moral failing. It's a survival mechanism. Imagine you're an ancient human in the savannah. You see grass rustling. Was it A, random win, or B, a predator? If you assume random and you're wrong, you die. If you assume pattern and you're wrong, you waste energy. Evolution didn't select for accuracy. It selected for survival. So your brain became a pattern detection machine. It finds signals in noise. It sees faces in clouds, Jesus in toast, and, critically, skill where there's only luck. This is called apophenia, the tendency to perceive meaningful connections between unrelated things. Think of your brain as a smoke detector. It's better to have 100 false alarms than to miss one real fire, so it goes off constantly. And in the modern world, in investing, relationships, career choices, this smoke detector is ruining your life. Now here's where this gets disturbing. When Sarah's mentor posted his wins, he wasn't lying. He probably did make those trades, but he wasn't posting the losses. This creates what psychologists call survivorship bias. You only see the winners. Combine apophenia, seeing patterns, with survivorship bias, only seeing successes, and you get a toxic cocktail. You study people who succeeded randomly, extract lessons from luck, and then beat yourself up when those lessons don't work. This is why self-help culture is so dangerous. You read about Steve Jobs dropping out of college, so you think dropping out is the pattern. You don't see the 10,000 dropouts who are now broke. But here's what keeps me up at night. This same mechanism applies to relationships. You date someone charismatic. The early days are electric. You ignore red flags because the good moments feel like signs you're meant to be together. You're finding patterns in randomness, mistaking intermittent reinforcement, sometimes they're nice, sometimes they're cruel, for depth. Sarah lost $43,000 to this cognitive bug. How much have you lost? Understanding randomness doesn't mean becoming cynical. It means becoming free. When you accept that most outcomes are random, You stop blaming yourself for failures that were never in your control. That job you didn't get. Maybe the hiring manager's kid was sick that day and they were distracted. Maybe the person who got it had a college roommate on the inside. Maybe nothing. You stop trusting confidence as a proxy for competence. Sarah's mentor wasn't evil. He was lucky, then convinced himself it was skill. Most experts are doing the same. They believe their own mythology. You start asking better questions. Not what's the secret, but what's the base rate? What does randomness predict here? What am I ignoring? There's a concept in Stoic philosophy, amor fati, love of fate, the acceptance that most things are outside your control, and peace comes from embracing that. When you stop fighting randomness and start working with it, you make better decisions. You diversify, you hedge, you build systems that benefit from uncertainty rather than pretending to predict it. And personally, you stop looking for signs that someone loves you and start looking at consistent behavior. You stop reading into text response times and start trusting patterns over months, not moment. Most people will watch this and do nothing. They'll go back to trusting their gut, following experts, believing in meritocracy. But you're different. You're still here, understanding your mind, how it lies to you, where it breaks, why it sees patterns in chaos. This is the first step to owning your life. Every week, we decode one psychological concept that changes how you see reality, from cognitive biases to attachment theory to game theory in relationships. Don't subscribe for me. Subscribe because you refuse to live on autopilot. Join us. Let's keep decoding the human experience.
Take control of your future. Like, share, and subscribe to Financial Freedom.